Hey, so now welcome back to the video where they try to create Slack from scratch. A Slack videos. We don't already do the part where we send return message between the server and the client. So the part where we do now is we won't know the person we actually they log in. So we need the login system. And so for the last video, we don't already do this login and you don't already send the request to the backend. But the problem is we never get the endpoint for the backend. So now we won't use this video. Take two. So we could begin. So for the last video, we talk say we could use this, we could change this backend to 3001 because the front end they run on 3000, which is this one. So the server for the front end they listen at 3000, and the backend now we need to change them to listen at 3001 because and when we both of them they listen for the same port. When we finish everything, I will bundle the front end and I'll put that inside the public folder for the backend, which is this place here. So now what we could do now, first I will need to change this one to 3001. That is one. Then the next thing is I need to create alt module. We will handle authentication. We could maybe this endpoint what they do for here. So next get CLI will be say we features. So if it was say CLI generate module and make it put inside module folder and make it column alt. So next CLI now don't do a magic, you don't create now for us, you don't create this alt module folder and we don't get this one. So we need controller too. So I'll just say next generate controller, make it go inside the module folder too, and go inside alt. So now you don't do everything, so we don't get our controller. First I won't come on this alt spec. We know they do anything about test right now. So we don't get the controller, which is this one, and we don't get the alt module, which is this one. And now we need to import them for our main app module, which is this one. So I will just import them like this. So say import alt module from, make it go the alt, make it come out inside this main and make it go alt. Now we get error for here because it just say you know see, because me I like make it just the name of the folder instead of doing this. If we fix them like this, we will get this one. But I want to use and we say we will just feed them like this, and for us to do them we just need to create new index.ts file for inside this alt module folder, and we'll go export everything from each file. So we'll go export everything from controller, and we'll go also export everything from the module too. Alright, now if we go to the app module now, we see okay that error don't go, and this one now we just need to put that inside this import array. So now we don't do that one. Then the next thing now we say this controller, anything we go the server side and it can be /alt, which is this part here, because our base now 3001/API, the one we will do for this place here. This API, every root could get the base root could get /API. Then everything will come after now you go feed the handle individually. So the one will come after now alt. So we need the login endpoint. So these people get decorator with they call post or use. So because now post with the send, now post with the send for this one. So we just guide this one and I go do this, put the post here and the point in the partner login. So now we don't get this login alt login. So this function will write for here now go the info. So we'll call on login user, just the same name we will call on for the front end. And now we need body, because if we send this one now we need body. The body will send this one, now the body be this, so we need the body. So we'll just say this picture get also body decorator. We're going to pass the request body and it will come with the payload. So I'll just put payload, and the type of that payload we know say now username, and we know say the type of that username now string, and we also get password, and the type of that password now true, now string. So then we get that one. Then we just need to do the body of our function, which is this one. Within our just what we'll do now, we'll just return on this object. We'll call them is alt, and we'll call them say true, and we'll call username and password. Of course I never destruct them, I will destruct them. So make a destruct them for here, say const put username, then put password. No, and they put password, and everything they come inside this payload will put here. So I just put payload. So don't put the payload here. Now this one they give us error, say we need to do return. The error say so say missing return type. So we could put return type. The return type is ought go be boolean and username go be string and password. I need to put comma here. And password go also be string. You see, we don't carry. So we could even carry this one. Of course, we never import the body. I'll go import and more here. My put answer in class. I'll just say auto response, and I'll just paste this one here. And first, make I import this from common, then put this auto response back. Come out all these ones for here. I'll just replace them with auto response. You see, everything done they clean, and we don't type the return type, and the error don't go. So now I think we don't get everything we need. We could try to start the server and see everything defined. For dev mode, so the start don't start now and everything define. So we could go again, we could try them, we could submit this one, we go this our console. You see the error would they get now, they go 3001, it's a failed. You see the my refresh, so that we could see which one they really get. So admin, then password. So now they see they does say access to that this thing is blocked by course policy. So this one means a cross-origin resource sharing. If you see this error, what it means say application will run from one port. Go if you go accept, go make request for another server when they the same domain with them. So this one day for 3000 and our backend day for 3001. So the browser get default policy will say you go refuse to make that request go through. Now security policy way these browser people implement. Now we need to specifically tell the backend need to specifically implement say they accept requests from another origin when not they my own, when not be the same domain with me. So now we need to see how we take do with our Nest framework. Every framework for the backend get different way where they implement that, whether they enable that course policy. We could see how Nest they doing on. So if we go Nest framework, you see Nest here now. See Nest they talk saying that cross-origin resource sharing is a mechanism that allow resources to be requested from another domain. And now for you to be able to enable them for Nest framework, you just need to do enable course. We will just put for our backend. So we'll go our main.ts here and we'll just put that one here. And now we could try again. I will just refresh this one. I'll put admin. And I'll put password and I'll submit. We'll go to the network. You see the thing don't go through. Waiting with the response, waiting with the return and the response. But you see this with the send back is auth is true and password is password and username is admin. So the front end now if you know who don't log in. Of course we know they process anything for the back, we know they talk say we know they try to see if the person be who him be. Waiting we just want to say we want make person log in, we could not the person will log in, and now waiting with the return back from that request be that. And yeah, I think everything they fine now. Waiting I show for this video be say we don't connect our front end to the back end, and now anybody will come inside the app now we know who they log in, we know they do like check password and all those things. We just want to know who log in. So I hope say when I understand and I hope so when I enjoy the video. If you like the video, and if you never subscribe to my channel, if you subscribe so that anytime where I post new videos, YouTube will notify you now. I hear.